When I was a little kid, my dream was to be involved in motorsport somehow. So I was always watching Formula One, IndyCar racing, some NASCAR. When my parents asked as a little kid, what do you want to be in the future? I said, I don't care, but I'm going to be doing something in motorsports. That's my destiny. So with JRZ, basically, we were interested in building shocks and creating new products and so on, and that was a good combination. So we did several projects in '94, prepared everything, I built everything. You know, I had a workbench in my house, and later in the story, when I finished JRZ, you know, and then after a while started Moton. If you think back to it, you know, all the projects we did and what it was, with the F40 development and all kind of things. It was normal at the time, but thinking afterwards, it was also lucky. If you look back to JRZ and Moton and now MCS, the MCS, nothing can be used in the Moton. Everything's changed again. The whole mechanism, the blow-off valves, the canisters on the outside, they look similar, but the internals, the mechanisms are completely different. It's an improvement on an improvement again, you know, trying to make things better again. Point one is the performance should be the best, you know, that's one. And if you want to be the cheapest, you're not going to get the performance, but it should be what's needed. We prefer to have things right and good and not cheap. You get absolute performance, and what we can offer is it's a reliable product, a good performing product, you know. If you do one click, you feel the click, it's doing what it needs to do, it's reliable. You can buy something easy and cheap and you can use it, but you can also buy something special that really works for you. If somebody calls us, you know, for an advice what to use, we try to do that honestly, you know. If a one-way non-remote is enough, then we advise that. We don't want to sell a three-way to a customer who doesn't really need it. When we started MCS, we thought it's really important to be in the US. It's important to build the shocks here, to have US people, sales people, service people, have availability of the parts and everything, develop American. That's what we do now, you know. That's why MCS is based in the US. It's all the small little details. Nothing goes out without being dynoed, and if it's not correct, it's going to be taken apart. We invested a lot more in SolidWorks, you know, and in a huge ERP program. You know, we serialize everything. We got different lot tracking numbers. You know, it's quality control. All the drawings are connected to assemblies. If somebody breaks a shock, you know, with an accident in 2 years, it has a shock number. There's a number on the product, so we just need to have that number. We can replicate that same shock, you know, over and over again. We do everything basically custom, you know. We can make it longer, we can make it shorter, we can add this, we can add that. It's not just selling a product, there's a journey to it. Well, that's what we all do all the time, you know. That's why we do the consultations with the customer, you know. Ask them, what exactly do you need? What is your expectation? What tires are you using? Where are you driving your car? We'll talk about spring rates, you know. I really care about performance and about quality and the customer. If it's not going to work, we tell them it's not going to work and we're not going to sell it to you. And it's not about money. I mean, money is important, but my heart is with motorsports and with cars. I feel blessed that all those things I could do. This has always been my dream, and with all the wonderful people. But I'm glad where we are now. So this is not to an end yet, you know. It's just starting out.